Okay, it's 9. So what we'll do is that we want to be respectful of your time because I promised 15 minutes. So we're going to try to get it done in 15 minutes. That way you can go about your day, get out there, make your calls, do what you need to do to stir up that business. So hello, everyone. I am Fallon Chessa. I'm with Movement Mortgage. I'm a loan officer here. I see a lot of familiar people on the call today, so thank you so much for joining. I think this is going to be a really good series. Hopefully this is the first of many more where we can do some little 15-minute trainings to help you get more business. I want to introduce Patty Batard. She is our market leader and she is fabulous. Hey, Patty.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I just love this idea. Educate. Let's push out the information so that together we sell more homes and change more lives. I love it.
I love it. Yes. And so Patty is going to also be helping us with the chat. So if you have any questions or any comments, please put it in the chat below. She'll be monitoring that. And hopefully once we go through the training, we can get to, most of the questions and make sure that everyone understands exactly what we're covering. She's also going to help me with time to make me stay on time. So we keep it very short and sweet for you and not go over. So without further ado, again, for those of you that are just joining, the whole purpose of this series is to educate, motivate, and update you on what's going on in the real estate world, give you small, short trainings to be able to take with you and use and get more clients to the closing table, get more buyers under contract, sell more homes. So we're going to cover a different topic each time we do this, and we have a really good topic for you today. This topic has stirred up a lot of questions. It is temporary buy downs. So I know a lot of you have been hearing about temporary buy downs, but I've had a lot of agents tell me, I've heard of it, but I'm not really familiar with it. I'm not comfortable with it. So I don't talk about it with my buyers. So I thought that would be a really good topic for us to discuss because now more than ever, it is a fantastic tool for you to use to get your buyers off of the fence. So, all right. So to get started, how is a temporary buy down going to help you sell more homes? Well, how many of you have had the objection from buyers? Well, we're going to wait until the rates come down. We're interested, but we're just going to hold off. Because I know I've gotten that objection from buyers. I know a lot of you that are on the call right now have gotten that objection from buyers. So it's definitely being said. So we have to realize that inflation drives the interest rates, right? So we're expected to see a lot of change in inflation in 2023, which will affect and improve the interest rates. So basically, interest rates are going to be coming down. So what do we do to capture these buyers now and not have them wait until, sometime next year? What do? We have to start bringing up new ideas, and a temporary buy down is something that's a great tool for your buyers to use to be able to get in a home now and get a discounted interest rate. So
So it allows them to take advantage of a lower principal and interest payment temporarily.
Correct.
And it will definitely move folks off the fence once they understand how it works. So go ahead.
Exactly. So just basically to give you a brief description of what it is when a seller gives concessions to help pay down the buyer's interest rate for the first couple of years so they can experience a discounted monthly payment. So we're going to get into the numbers of what this looks like. And I think that you'll be impressed when you see how much of a benefit it is for the buyer to do a temporary buy down in this market. So MLS Insights say that right now there are more buyers looking at listings in the MLS than there were last year at this time. Do you guys remember last year at this time? I mean, it was crazy. There were bidding wars. Buyers were going way over appraisal, paying cash out of pocket over appraisal. They were waiving all inspections. The demand was insane. The inventory was very low and the interest rates were low. So when the interest rates are low, there's more demand from buyers. The only problem was there wasn't enough homes. So it was a seller's market. So now we're kind of getting to a place now that interest rates are rising. There's not as many people that are actively jumping in. Because again, like we've heard, oh, I'm just going to wait for the rates to come down. So that's why we're having a little bit more negotiation room with the sellers right now. I'm sure that y'all are seeing that we're getting some price reductions. We're getting some seller concessions. Homes are actually staying on the market for more than a week. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, do you remember the 1 hour and it's under contract? So the demand to buy homes, it's there. And there's a lot of people that wanted to buy a home last year that never ended up buying a home. So there is a demand there right now. So what do you think is going to happen when rates drop? When this anticipated rate drop happens, it is going to unleash a huge load of buyers that are going to want to come into the market and they're going to want to purchase. We don't have a whole lot of inventory. So what this is going to do is it's going to make it a seller's market again. So your buyers that are waiting, they're probably looking at, getting in these bidding wars, possibly paying over appraisal, waiving inspections, and all these things that we were doing last year. So now is the time to buy. So right now, since the sellers are negotiating, maybe instead of asking for a price reduction for your buyers, something to think about is asking for a temporary buy down, because that is going to help your buyer's monthly payment so much more than a price reduction will, and they'll get to refinance very shortly after. And if you're a listing agent, maybe you're considering doing a price decrease. Maybe this is something that you can think about too. Instead of doing the price decrease, maybe talk to your sellers and see if they'd be interested in possibly doing seller concessions for a temporary buy down for the buyers. It's a great way to market yourself and market the listing. And it's something different. Buyers are looking for that lower interest rate. So it's a good tool that you can use, thinking outside of the box, something other than just dropping that price. So there's many different kinds of buy downs. There's three that you'll probably hear out there in the market. It's the 3-2-1 buy down, the 2-1 buy down, and the 1-0 buy down. What do all these numbers mean, right? So it's very simple. So for the sake of time, we're gonna concentrate on the 2-1 buy down. This is the most popular. It's a very affordable option. And what a 2-1 buy down is whatever the qualifying rate. So when that buyer gets approved, they get approved at a qualifying rate, okay? For the first year, they will get a 2% reduction in that rate. So if the rate is 6% that they're qualified for, they're going to get a 4% rate for the entire first year. Then the next year, they're going to get a 1% decrease in the rate. So they're going to have a 5% rate. Okay. So let me just kind of give you a little example of exactly what that looks like in terms of money, because that's what it all comes down to, right?
That one is definitely the most popular. The 2-1, we're locking
2-1 buy down. So what we're going to look at here is Patty, can you see my screen? What screen?
Yes, ma'am. I see 15 with Fallon.
All right.
So let me just say this, excuse me. The 2-1 buy down is the most popular. We are doing 3-2-1 and the 1-0, but the 2-1 is most popular. It's been making the most sense. It looks great for the home buyers. You'll see they'll realize a pretty big drop in payment, principal and interest payment for year 1 and year 2. And I'll let you pop those numbers up.
Okay, and here they are. So we're using the example of a $250,000 loan amount with a qualifying rate of 6%. So you can see in this first column here, if they do not do the buy down, their principal and interest payment is $1,498. So about $1,500 would be the principal and interest payment at 6%. If they have a temporary buy down, a 2-1, that's the example that we're using here, that whole first year, they're going to get a little over a $300 savings in their monthly note for a full 12 months. And then the next year, they're going to get a discount. Well, they're going to get a discount of $156. So that's huge for the buyer. And guess what this actually costs for the seller? This is seller concessions of $5,500, $5,545. If you did a price reduction of this amount, that would affect the buyer's monthly payment of about $33, something like that a month. So in the whole first year, they may get a $400 discount from taking this off of the purchase price instead of putting this toward the temporary buy down. So you can see the numbers, and again, with a different loan amount, these numbers will change, but I thought that 250 would be a good one for us to look at. And you can see that this is not just a little drop in the bucket for the buyers. This is a huge help. And again, the idea of this is they're going to get these great rates until they can refinance in the very, very near future. So with that said, let's go back to the benefits of this for you as a real estate agent. How can this help you? Well, learning how to talk about this buy down will help you to communicate with your buyers to get off the fence. Remember, we are the real estate professionals. You as a real estate agent, me as a loan officer, we are the professionals, and we need to make sure that we're anticipating what's happening in the market and we're advising our clients correctly. That way they can make the best decisions for themselves and their family going forward, because this is one of the biggest investments. Buying a house is one of the biggest investments people make in their lives. So we want to be the professional. We want to let them know what's going on, be proactive rather than reactive. You know, don't knowingly let your buyers get into a bidding war, you know, if they wait in the near future. Make sure you go over this information with them and show them their options. So this will get the buyers off of the fence. It gets them that lower rate that they want so badly right now. You avoid those bidding wars. You avoid going over asking price. And they can also start building equity in the homes now. They can take advantage of the appreciation that the home is gonna have. So their investment is growing now, not starting a year from now. And then guess what? The best part of this whole buy down is, let's say they end up refinancing in 6 months. So what happens to the seller concessions that haven't been used yet? Do we lose it? No, we do not lose it. That anything left over will roll over into their principal. So this is just a great way that they can get in. And I mean, I don't know, Patty, have you had any objections about this? I mean, I think that this is beautiful option.
So this product was actually very popular in the 90s, in the 80s and the 90s, because I've been in the business for quite a while. It's a great partnered with all types of loans. We can do these on conventional loans, FHA loans, VA loans, USDA loans. They're allowed on all of the different the programs and the products. And when we get the borrowers in and or on the phone, and we explain how the subsidy works, and that if they do refinance, those funds are used to buy down their principal. It applies directly to their principal and reduces what they owe. So no funds are left. I mean,
nothing goes to waste. You know, it's a great option overall. And you brought up a great point that I definitely want to make sure that our agents know is this is not a product. This is a tool that can be used on a VA loan, on an FHA loan, on a conventional loan, on a USDA loan. There's no other factors like credit score, down payment, or that you have to qualify for in order to get this temporary buy down. If they're qualified for any of those particular loans, this can be an option for them. So it's not a loan program, it's a tool that you use with your loan programs.
Right. And stability and predictability, right? Because the borrowers are going to know exactly what to expect. This will be your principal and interest payment for year one, principal and interest payment for year two, assuming a 2-1 buy down, you max out here going into year three. But we are at 15 minutes. So you do have one question.
Yes.
At this point, and it is, you mentioned that rates will be coming down in 2023. If so, does Movement offer any incentives if an existing Movement customer refinances?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad that you asked that question. So Movement, as a lender, we service a lot of our loans, and when you're a customer of Movement, you're a customer for life. So absolutely, when your mortgage is with us, when you refinance shortly, because again, they will be refinancing very, very shortly, we do waive the lender fees. So that's the underwriting fees and the processing fees. So absolutely, we will take care of you. We will make sure that you are completely satisfied and happy. So if you have any questions about that, or if you have any buyers that maybe are on the fence about it, tell them to give me a call and we can go over what it looks like to refinance.
We are at 16 minutes.
Okay, well, if there's
thank you for having
no other questions, guys, you can definitely email me. We'd love to hear the topics. We've had some great topics that y'all have brought up in the registration. So we're definitely going to plan this out. I'll keep you posted for the next one. But again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you've gotten some benefit from this. I hope that there's something that you can take with you. But if you have any questions or you need any more information, or let's say you want to see what this looks like, you want to lay this out for one of your buyers, how much would it cost the seller? What would their payments look like? Give me a call. I can work up examples for you that you can use as sales tools.
And co-marketing, we have some branding that we can do also with you guys.
Yes, we do.
Some flyers, some 2-1 buy down flyers. So anything we can do to help. Thank you, Fallon. Thank you so much. It was awesome.
Thank you, guys. I'll see y'all later.